Hi, I'm Multimuse and welcome back to another video. For today's video, I wanted to share a cute and easy way to have fun in your sketchbook. And my way to do so is by treating your sketchbook like a scrapbook. I think this method adds more personality to a page, especially if it's in theme with a drawing that you create. I like to start off with the drawing first, so then I know what theme to do when it comes to the actual scrapbooking part. And there are so many ways that you can do this. You can draw onto a loose piece of paper that you have lying around. You can draw onto the sketchbook itself and then scrapbook around it. Or you can do what I like to do a lot, and that is print out my digital drawings and cut them out that way. When I do draw directly onto a loose piece of paper, I like to make sure that I cut it to size just so I know that it will fit into the sketchbook. For example, if it's a sketch for an A5 sketchbook, I will cut the piece of paper into an A5 piece of paper just so that when I cut it out, it fits comfortably onto the page without sticking out. But I know some people do enjoy when there's stuff sticking out of their sketchbooks, which is quite nice, so you don't have to follow this. When it comes to finding inspiration on what to draw, I like to go on Pinterest and on YouTube to find artists that draw similar things to what I like, and then that's usually how I gain my inspiration. But for this video, I decided to go with a portrait as that's what I'm really into doing right now. I just used some acrylic markers by Arrtx and colouring pencils. Just a reminder that you don't need fancy art supplies to create amazing artwork. You can also just completely skip drawing anything if you just want to scrapbook directly onto the sketchbook without any drawings to add. Especially if you have artblock, this is still a fun way to use your sketchbook and not think so much about it, just have fun and don't get caught up on the details. I also just wanted to mention, look at how pretty I did her skin. She looks so nice. I'm so happy with how I blended it with the brush. It looks so good. But yeah, like I said, once that's done, I'll just cut it out with a pair of scissors. You can either make it so there's a white border around it and it will kind of have this sticker looking effect. But with this drawing here, I just wanted to make it flush to the line art, so that's how I cut it. But you can cut it out however you want. Heck, cut it out in a fun shape. Then what I like to do is, get a feel for what it would look like on the page, and then I start putting the scrapbooking stuff in. And for this part, you really do not need anything fancy. It can be as simple as just scraps, from packaging that you think is really cute, or get a piece of paper, color it in, scrunch it up, and it will look so pretty, I guarantee. I love to do that in my journals, and yeah, that's a really good method. You can even draw the stuff. You can draw the stuff in the background. Honestly, do not worry if you do not have these fancy things. The only reason I have these things is because I like to collect them and use them in my journal. I honestly think you can do it with anything. You can also just do a fun background, which is what I do on the next page, so I'll talk about that a little later, but that is easily doable with the simplest of items. I also like that with this, you can add as little or as much as you want to the page. It's really up to you. You can make it look super cool and have a lot going on, make it look really busy, or you can have it really minimalist and look simple but adorable, It really is up to you what you do with decorating the page. And you can add stuff like train tickets, concert tickets, bus tickets, all that stuff. And when you're looking back at the pages, it'll just remind you of the fun things that you've done. So use what's accessible to you first. I guarantee you will find something that you think will actually look really nice on the page. I also like to decorate the page with little stars or swirls, triangles, squares, all that stuff to make it look fun as well. So now on to my second method of making a page look really fun, and that is just adding the details yourself with art supplies. So I'm just using some really cheap soft pastels, and I'm just like rubbing that into the page, trying to make the center look darker than the rest and like just have it blend into the white. And then I just use these like gel sticks. I just added little swirls, make it look fun, make it look almost like a galaxy. Because later on, I'll be adding a really cute little illustration onto this page. You could also do something similar to what I showed in the beginning of the video when I was flipping through this sketchbook, and that was one of my illustrations was just stuck on just a solid color page with stars on it. And that's also a really fun way to just decorate a page. If you think that maybe it's too empty, there's too much blank space, just add some color, add some stars or any little embellishments, and you'll see the difference straight away. I am once again drawing on a loose piece of paper, and this time it's a little star guy. And I was really happy with how this turned out. I thought he looked super cute and silly, and I kind of want to turn him into a sticker. Also, you don't have to exactly make your sketchbook look like a scrapbook. It doesn't have to be consistently a scrapbook. It can just be on the days where you don't know what to do and just want to have a pop of color or just some fun little things. Or you can make it like a junk journal but add your art into it, or a normal journal where you talk about your day. Even that is something to fill up your sketchbook with. In the pages that I've shown you, I've only had one drawing per page, but you could easily put as many drawings as you want. I also think this is just a really fun way for people with OCs as well. You could do like a collage of, you know, those like Pinterest boards and stick them there and then have your drawing on the top. I think that would be super cute, and that's also just another way to treat your sketchbook like a scrapbook. But those are all the ways that I think you could easily treat your sketchbook like a scrapbook, and a reminder that you do not need anything fancy whatsoever to make amazing art. Use the stuff around you, packaging, labels, tickets, all the stuff that you've got lying in your room. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this week's video. I really hope that this gives you inspiration and even motivation to draw today, and I will see you next week. Bye bye!